Hey, thank you for joining me on the couch today. It is beautiful. We are outdoors and I want to talk to you today about this thing that I like to call sexuality creep. I was part of a conversation with two young people the other day and they were asking, how far is too far, physically speaking, before marriage? We're going to be talking about that today on the couch. Right, so coming to this question again, how far is too far? Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you what the boundaries are. I'm not going to tell you what you can do and what you can't do. I don't want to be prescriptive. What I want to do is suggest to you a framework of thinking about sexuality, relationships, and marriage that will enable you to make those wise decisions for yourself and know why you're making those decisions, and not simply because it's a rule or because the Bible said so, your pastor said so, or your parents said so, or somebody said so. So here's what I'm going to say to you. What if sexuality is supposed to be the last stage of bonding in a lifelong union? What do I mean by the last stage of bonding? Well, think about it. We are creatures that are intellectual, we are creatures that are emotional, we are creatures that are social, we are creatures that are spiritual, and we are creatures that are physical. The idea is that once we are bonded emotionally, once we know that intellectually we are suited, once we know that socially we get along well and we move in healthy circles together, once we know that in every way we are a match for one another, then in God's plan, the idea is we make that all-out commitment called marriage, and following that marriage commitment where I've forsaken all others and given myself entirely to this person and this person entirely to me, then the last part of bonding, which is like the glue that makes everything come together so that we're not just two individuals, but now one flesh, the sexuality accomplishes that purpose. And if the person we're with now, we're not ready to make that commitment, we're not matched in all those other ways, we're not 100% certain yet, then why would we go and give ourselves and create that bondedness that's only going to make it more difficult to make the right decision to separate later if that is in fact what needs to happen? Why would we want to invite into our relationship any form of guilt, any form of shame? When we start down that journey, it's kissing, then it's touching, then it's this, then it's that. What we're doing is we're weakening those boundaries, right? It's what I call sexuality creep. It's this idea that the boundaries creep. Well, we've gone this far, it's so good, it's so pleasurable, it's so enjoyable that we'll just go a little bit further. We'll stop there, right? No, actually we won't. We'll go a little bit further, right? No, actually we won't. We'll end up going all the way. We place ourselves in a difficult situation. So ask yourself, what is aroused within me when I start or I engage with any kind of physical, sexual intimacy? It may not be all out, sexuality, but when I'm engaging in these ways, what is it arousing within me? What is it leading me to want more than anything else? Is the honor of God still uppermost in my mind? Is honoring my partner still uppermost in my mind? Is my integrity still uppermost in my mind? Or have we simply lost control to hormones and physicality and feelings that is momentary pleasure, but then turns itself around towards guilt and shame and doubt and all those kinds of things? I don't want to tell you how far you can go, what you can do, and what you can't do. I want you to understand the construct of what relationships are, what God intends for us in terms of relationship and in terms of marriage. When you understand those concepts, then it becomes obvious in answering the question of how far is too far and what is the right thing to do before that all-out marriage commitment. May you have wisdom and may you have grace as you wrestle with these concepts. Pray for wisdom, search the scriptures, reason through this thing. My name is Adrian Webster. Thank you for joining me on the couch. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like, share. There must be somebody in your life that needs to hear these concepts and these ideas. So please help to share this message, and we'll see you soon again at the Whangarei Seventh-day Adventist YouTube channel.